Hello and welcome. Thank you for attending this session on boosting routine immunization demand generation through improved interpersonal skills in frontline workers. I'm Varsha Chanda and my co-presenters are Professor Nisar Ahmed, Dr. Bhavani Shankar Tripathi and Rania Elisave. We have all heard that familiarity breeds contempt, but it also improves trust and removes hesitancy. Immunization 7 times in 5 years can familiarize the community with health services and build community trust, which will go a long way in improving health outcomes in India. Routine immunization is thus a gateway behavior. Presuming information availability is sufficient to create demand for immunization, FIC was just 63%, leaving 9 million children unvaccinated every year. Two major reasons cited for no immunization were awareness and information gap and apprehension of EFI. Together, the two reasons accounted for 63% of vaccine hesitant or dropped out parents, indicating inadequate communication that was not sufficiently persuasive. And the main actor of this paper is the frontline worker. Low vaccine confidence continues to be a behavior challenge in getting parents to bring their child 7 times for immunization. Evidence shows dialogic communication enables immunization decision making, such as addressing vaccine hesitancy or increasing vaccine confidence. Community health workers skilled in initiating and closing a dialogue on the benefits of childhood vaccination can bridge this essential gap between the immunization delivery system and community behavior. In India, the 24 lakh strong Community Health Workers Group, Frontline Workers or FLWs, is composed of 8.6 lakh ASHAs, 13 lakh Anganwadi workers, and almost 2 lakh ANMs. The FLWs form the first point of contact for communities seeking immunization knowledge. The potential of India's 24 lakh FLWs has been recognized as a strong foundation that supports SBCC, social and behavior change communication practices for health, at the community level. For outcome-oriented SBCC, it was important to shift the limited understanding of interpersonal communication as doing face-to-face delivery of information with the parent to practicing a thorough process of engagement with the whole community as a cohesive unit that influenced health-seeking behavior. The intervention sought to build skills of this important frontline worker to create a systematic structure for engaging at several levels to create an enabling environment for change. Boosting routine immunization demand generation bridge was introduced nationwide to skill the 3 A's in community engagement using field-tested methods and processes. The need was a compact pack that could be delivered in a short time to a large number of FLWs and support them in addressing challenges of RI. Both for trainers within and for frontline workers outside the classroom, tools were introduced for self-assessment, quality assurance, supportive supervision as integrated components. The intervention. The training pack, originally developed in English, was made available in 14 languages to meet linguistic diversity in India. State trainers were selected to make conversation with 3 A's in local dialects possible. An operational guideline was prepared to help organize and roll out bridge TOTs and in-field trainings for FLWs. A trainer competency self-assessment tool enabled trainers to grade their own quality as bridge trainers and improve identified gaps. An easy-to-use IPC guide corresponding with action learning points in bridge was developed and made available to 3 A's for quick reference when in field. A quality assurance tool allowed training assessors to maintain the quality of field training. Each 3A completion data was collected through an SMS-based real-time monitoring application for almost 26,000 training sessions held for 8.5 lakh FLWs. In the field, recall and use of training by FLWs were judged through field observations using supportive supervision methodology. Results A. Grading of trainers through self-assessment was pioneered in health training. Grading ensured trainer preparedness for field training. Chart 1 presents the data on output results, trainers grading, highly proficient and proficient, and the change in the knowledge level of frontline workers as tracked through pre-post during the field training. It shows that when the proportion of highly proficient and proficient trainers was 30%, the change in knowledge was 11%. This is an evidence of a proportionate increase of knowledge with increase in trainer proficiency. The training related to communication for routine immunization. The operational guidelines recommended inclusion of government officials dealing with health communication and or routine immunization as possible in-system trainers. Chart 2 shows that only about two-thirds of trainers had a medical and communication background. The selection of trainers as per recommended categories mentioned in the operational guideline was important, which some states failed to adhere to, impacting training quality in the initial stages. An online self-assessment quiz was introduced as a result B. This quiz is intended to be filled in by FLWs 6+ months after attending the bridge training. The quiz intended to serve two purposes: assessment of learning knowledge retention and identification of focus areas for refresher training. Feedback showed an average 78% FLWs providing correct answers, which shows good recall. 95% FLWs acknowledged IPC's relevance to increase in vaccine confidence and reduction in vaccine hesitancy, and 80 to 90% of the respondents gave correct answers to questions on gather or on the role of FLWs in organizing community meetings and use of influencers. The quiz results also show some areas of concern where correct answer percentage is lower than the overall average of 78%. Refresher trainings were recommended for underscored skills such as preparing RI communication plans and AEFI communication. The scores corroborated with the findings during field observation when it was found that many FLWs were not preparing communication plans. Result C was field observation from supervisors, trainers, and FLWs. Bridge training was excellent for FLWs to increase RI demand generation. They have been able to develop better relationship with people. Post-bridge training, the ASHAs have successfully convinced pregnant women to come to the PHC for ANC checkups. Mock sessions are very important to improve skills of trainers and develop confidence. Planning for communication using influencer helps in easier understanding of their tasks. After attending the training, my behavior towards the community has changed. I now know that it is important for me to first understand their concerns and then support them. How to make community meetings more effective by involving influencers like Rotary members, etc. was a learning. After taking Bridge, I learned how to tackle Lodo families. I learned about use of influencers in training. There were 6 refusal families in my area. Now 5 families are taking immunization, and I am trying to influence the only resistant family. What are the learnings? Early advocacy with state governments has created ownership for training of FLWs in Bridge and facilitated smooth rollout of trainings. Bridge has taught that classroom training following a cascade methodology must be based on field reference to be successful to prevent dissociation of knowledge and practice. Frequent and different trainings need to be integrated to minimize number of trainings and maximize the presence in the field to practice the training. Community behavior needs to be observed as an indicator to measure new knowledge practices. Knowledge loss during transition from classroom to the field is bound to happen, and consolidated field experience, unless brought back to the classroom for refresher training, can remain incomplete. Supportive supervision boosts field staff morale. Improved IPC skills in FLWs have shown reported perceived changes in the quality of community engagement and more methodical processes in interpersonal meetings. The lessons learned and results achieved have proved the effectiveness. Documented reports prove that Bridge is flexible and customizable with its methodology and tools, having been adapted for many health WASH DRR related field workers training subsequent to the introduction of Bridge. Future forward. Bridge is now being converted into digital modules for self-learning. Multi-language versions are planned to reach out to frontline workers in India and also in other countries. A Bridge dashboard is being prepared and a Bridge community is being built, which will be trained resource in SBCC available for social and behavior change interventions. Thank you very much and if you have any queries, you may write to the emails indicated below.